So what I did was um, I went ahead and put the compression cap on it. Before I put it on there, what I did was I took the carbon fiber cap and I set it on there and centered it up. And then once I centered it up, what I did was just took a like a breakaway blade and extended it out and locked it in place. And then I just scored um, around the carbon fiber dust cap, which will be the outer cap. And as you can see right there, there's a line that I scored in it. Um, and the compression cap is in, as you can see. You know, it's a hard, very hard compression cap. Uh, it's got Kevlar or something in it. I forget what they are, but anyways, they're real hard dust caps. And you know, I've got the gasket on it. And when you guys see this video, like the subwoofer been done for like a couple of days. Like I'm just behind on uploading videos, like I tried to tell you guys. Usually, and where I split all my videos up, usually it's within like two or 3 days of a build time on it. Once I start on it, because you know, like I put this one in, like I was pretty caught up, and I just had a couple of other ones to do. So the two other subwoofers I'm working on are kind of at this point. I got to put the inner caps on them, like the compression caps. I got to put the rubber gaskets back on it, and then put the outer dust caps on it. So I've already ohmed out each coil. I have that in another video. They both ohm out. You know, this is a dual 2, so they ohm out as they should. Um, so, anyways, the reason that I score that, when I like this compression cap is, you know, it's a little more than the width of this screwdriver up, and the lip sets, you know, right there. So I can put my glue bead in there, you know, fairly wide on it. So what I like to do is take like some masking tape, and then I tear off a piece, and then I, make a loop so that the sticky side is out, so that you can, once you put your glue in there, you can use this to help line up the dust cap to put it in place. And, I'm just using one hand right now, but, like usually I'll take and line it up, and then when it sits on that line, what I'll do is I'll just move it side to, like spin it just a little on the glue. And that way it's good and dispersed. And then like I will take the, I know I'm just doing it with one hand, but you'll line it up in there. And then I'll pull the tape off, and then I'll set like a piece of lead on it that holds it down. You can set anything on it that's, a little heavy. You just don't want anything too heavy to crush the dust cap, or too heavy that it makes it bow. Um, but anyways, that's pretty much the finished product once it's done. Just like I need to, all I have to do with this is just put the glue bead down, and then put this dust cap on, set it to the side, and set some weight on it. If you're using CA to do it, you'll still want to put something on it to weigh it down, and then you can spin it, and then spray it with a little accelerator. If you're using like E6000 or some other type of glue, um, especially like with E6000, and you want to let it sit 30-40 minutes before you take the weight off of it. Um, Hopefully he'll be pleased with it. Like I just need to clean the gasket up, and then I'll go back. I got a little spot of epoxy off my glove somewhere on this, like right there, and like I'll get that off. Like yeah, it just comes right off. And then just I'll go over and polish the motor up one more time once it's done. So the little piece of tape, that's just a helpful tip. Like you don't have to do it. I know some people just eyeball it and drop it in there, but I try to do it. Get it centered, measure it out, and center it between the the bottom of the surround where it meets the cone to the lip of the dust cap. Just try to center it up. So, but anyways, that's gonna be it on this. One thing to note, I don't know if this subwoofer was a working subwoofer. I didn't ask him, and I didn't even put a multimeter on it and ohm it out. It was really, really stiff, as I showed you guys before when I first got it. Maybe Caden can chime in and let me know if it was a working driver or not. When I pulled it apart, the coil still looked good on it. And typically, like I told you guys, I will harvest the coils, not to reuse them in a building, but like if it's copper, I'll use it in their, if they're good and it's copper, I use it like when I do direct leads, like so if you're using like 8 or 10 gauge, and then to connect the leads from the spiders to the actual wire, what I like to do is I like to wrap some of the copper around it, and it holds it in place, and then solder it, and it also makes it a, you know, a little better joint. This subwoofer, you know, stock is a CCA coil, so I just don't, you know, I don't really care about that. I didn't you know, want to harvest the wire or anything, but maybe he can chime in and let me know if it was a working driver. I assume it was. It was really stiff, but as you can see now, I'm just going to put a little, like apply a little pressure. You know, it's quite a bit, you know, softer than what it was. It's more compliant suspension. I think the FS was 36 on it. So, you know, hopefully he'll enjoy it. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it on this driver. Like, I'm just going to put the outer cap on it. And like I said, you know, I just put it on there, used and scored a line like at an angle in there. And that way I know I can go up to the line and then put the cap on it. Just, you know, give it a little spin. Like, I mean, just like a little spin. And it just helps disperse the glue. And then put some weight on it, like set it to the side and put some weight on it. And I'll probably just leave the weight on it like till sometime tomorrow. Um, while I'm finishing up the other two subwoofers I got to work on. But anyways, there's that on this one, guys. Like, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.